Hi, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. It seems like it's been an age since I was last online. What was it, like Wednesday last week? Something like that. So much for going live every day at 5 o'clock. But yeah, back today. Corp Academy remix today. So what we're going to do is take an old Corp Academy drawing, remix it up. So I'll just grab my Posca pens. I'm going to do something over the top of it. One of the benefits of using Posca pens is this ability to be able to just kind of keep on going over the top of your artwork and keep on adding to it. So I'm going to do a little bit of that, and then just talk to you about the projects that I've got coming up. What did I put in the description? I can't remember what I put in the description of this. Doodle on Discord session, exclusive sneak peek at my new colouring book as well. The new colouring book is off with the printers. I think I sent it yesterday. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, I sent it yesterday. So it's gone off to the printers, so that'll be available very soon. Actually, maybe print one off so I can show you, because they don't actually exist at the moment. I wonder if I can share my desktop. I'll figure that out in a little while. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining. Let's not muck about. Let me show you my sketchbook. There it is. Let's get rid of that Corp Dogs bit. Don't need that today. Yeah, there's the sketchbook. This is my own branded Doodle with Corp sketchbook. It's not a Gecko freestyle sketchbook. It's perfect for Posca pens. Absolute game changer when I first found out about these. It was a friend of mine, Prin, who told me first about these sketchbooks and how cool they were with Posca pens. And I've not really looked back, and I've got a really good working relationship with Art Gecko, who make the books. And that's why they did these branded on. So this, originally when I first did this, it was just this green in there, because that tongue was inside the mouth before. It was just all plain down the bottom here. So it's just stuff like that you can do with Posca pens. Now technically this is like the next page to work on, but I'm not really enthused by it. I don't really know what I can do with these pages that's really going to work. So unless anybody's got any idea, I mean, that one is one of my favourite drawings in the Korp Academy. That was showing people how to draw this like weird character, other than kind of putting on a background, which I suppose we could do. I think I might just do that. Let's just stick on a little bit of colour in the background and see how it looks, shall we? Excuse me. If you are joining in, thank you very much for being there. I need help with colours. What colours do you think would look good on here? Stick some in the comments if you've got a suggestion on what colours to put in. Stick some in the comments to say hello. Let me know where you're from, who you are, that kind of thing. Are you a member of the Korp Academy? Korp Academy is where I teach people how to draw. I don't know, a bunch of members always kind of get online with me as well. But because I've not done this for a few days, it might be a little bit light. Also, what's the other thing? Yeah, also do me a favour, huge favour, just like, share, do all the usual stuff that you have to do with posts to help me out. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a huge deal to me to see likes and shares and comments coming up on the feed. So wherever you are, just share it around. Share the love. Much appreciated. Right, I'm not getting any suggestions for colours, so I'm going to go in with some greens, I think. Well, then maybe if I go in with like the emerald and aqua, that will kind of match the other side, won't it then? Let's go in with the emerald and aqua. This is like my favourite colour combo. Love using these colours. Oops. What do you think would go as a bit of coal pink? It's like another colour. Don't know. Let's give them a shake. Excuse me while I shake. Did more than that. Posca say that you meant to shake these pens for 2 minutes. That'll do. Let's go and put on some shapes. What kind of shapes do we want going on in the background? I'm going to see if I can get rid of all of this, like all these mistakes that I've made at the top here. Have I got a ruler? I've even got a ruler. So yeah, just some lines across. I'll just use the ruler to get myself some rough lines in place. What about something there? That'll do. And then I'll throw some colour on. Art by SRB. Hello. Thank you, mate. Glad you like it. This was drawn in one of my Korp Academy lessons. All step by step, showing people how to draw this character. Did we use pencil? Yeah, just a few pencil lines, then straight in with pen, and this is what we did. But this was, I did this, I must have done this about 6 months ago or something, a long, long time ago. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just adding something to the background to show how with Posca pens you can really just change something up. So let's go and do that. So yeah, I'll just put those lines in just as rough guidelines. I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm going to make these things like the flies and that, they're all going to disappear. We're back. That was good. You got to love a stable internet connection. So we've lost everyone on Facebook. So sorry if you're on Facebook. Hopefully everybody else is still here on YouTube and X and everywhere else. Just yeah, just an unstable internet connection mine. Just going to double check, make sure we're definitely running. Yeah, we're running everywhere else. But you know, who needs Facebook? I might just put a message on Facebook actually just telling people to come over to one of the other platforms. Let's see if the live's on here anyway. Head to X, YouTube or Twitch to continue. All right, let's get back on with this, shall we? So yeah, one of the things I wanted to tell you about is tomorrow I'll be going live in my Discord. It's well, not my Discord. Well, yeah, it is my Discord. It's the Korp Dogs Discord. I've got two Discords. I've got one for me as Korp, which kind of includes like Korp Academy stuff as well. But then I've got another one which is for Korp Dogs, which is my digital art collection that's coming out soon. That is also on Discord, and it's that one that I'm going live on. So if anybody wants to join, just scroll back wherever you're watching. Just scroll back. You should be able to find it. But yeah, just jump onto the Discord, and yeah, the good thing about that is by doing it through the Discord, we're doing it on something called stages, which means that we can essentially get other people up on stage. So it'd be me broadcasting like this, but there's an opportunity for me to like bring other people up who want to show us their artwork. So a little bit kind of like a cross between a broadcast and a Zoom meeting is what I'm kind of guessing that it's going to feel like. But in there, I'm going to talk about we are going to do a little drawing tutorial. Not sure what, but we'll do a little drawing tutorial, and then I'm going to talk about the digital art release, what's included with it. Anybody interested in learning to draw will want to know about it, because there's a lot of content there for if you want to learn to draw, or if you want to just get back in the habit of drawing again. I've got news for you in there. What do we think to that? I don't know. Let's just bring that down a little bit so it comes out there instead. It's definitely adding something. I might put this colour in the eyes as well. We can put those black lines on the eyes. But I'm always open to suggestions as well on these kind of sessions. So if you've got any ideas of what you think would look cool, then let me know. Yeah, let's go and put some in the eyes. Look. I will use the other colour as well in a sec. That's looking nice, isn't it? Tongue, should we do the tongue in the same colour? No, I'm going to leave the tongue for the time being. That looks okay. Let's see what else we can do to it. Let's go and grab that lighter colour, which will work really well with it. What do I do? The lighter colour just coming off at a different angle, or I don't know. Let's have a little bit up here. Oops. GM Jeff, how you doing, mate? Thank you for joining in. It all kind of went belly up right at the start. We lost everyone on Facebook. Just because of my unstable internet connection, but we're back. This is good. Yeah, I'm just taking this and adding some. Yeah, so I mean, these lines were kind of with a ruler. So I did use those for a ruler. These lines weren't. They're not with a ruler. This one wasn't with a ruler. You saw me do that one. I don't know how I can draw such straight lines. I guess it's because I'm when I draw a straight line, I'm drawing from the elbow, if that makes any sense. So that's the bit. Everything else, like on my hand, just stays stiff and steady, and it's just the top of my arm and the elbow, and that helps me get a bit of a straight line. Also, drawing quite quick helps you get straight lines as well. Let's go back into the eyes. Let's just put a little bit of a reflection in the eyes. Look. That's nice. Let's do a little one on the other side as well. No plan for this. Just making it up as we go along, see what happens. There's always somebody out there who's going to be like, no plan, no way. But yeah, no plan for this. I'm just playing around. Yeah, I've said that as well, Joff. Yeah, I probably watch the same video as you, mate. Which is, yeah, when you're drawing a straight line, if you want to join it up to something, you want to look for where you want the pen to end up, and not where your pen is, because you know where your pen is because you're kind of touching the paper there. But yeah, I did hear the same kind of thing. Takes a bit of getting used to, and I'll be honest with you, it doesn't always work. I've done it a few times, and I'm like, I've just missed it by a mile. Or I've drawn a straight line with a bit of a curve on the end where I just kind of bring it in right at the last minute. Let's put some drips on. Just not enough drips in this piece. Let's see if it looks any better with drips. Oh, little overlapping drips, look. That looks nice. Yeah, why not? Stick on some. I'm going to bring those black lines back to the front. Thin pen as well. I'll put some little extra lines in the irises as well. And then, yeah, let's put a little bit of coral pink. I did pick out the coral pink. There's my colour combo for today. Oops. So I did pick out the coral pink. Just going to throw some of that in the tongue down the bottom there. Do we need to get closer? Ooh, that's closer. I tell you, the reason it's not zooming in close is because I zoomed out on my camera and forgot to zoom in on the picture on my streaming software. I don't know if that's like a boring detail for most people. Probably is, but that's why I'm not zooming in quite as much as I used to be. Can it have anything at the top with coral in? What about a little bit of drippage coming out the noses? Vortical. This is like taco o'clock. Cooking tacos and watching. That's dedication. Thanks, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where else I can put some coral pink into this piece. Drips in the noses might just look a little bit weird. What about the rest of the eyeball? Do you think a coral pink eyeball would look alright? Sorry, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If it looks rubbish, it's no biggie. It's just one of my favourite pictures ruined if it looks rubbish. How's it looking? I've not kind of looked back yet to see if it's looking any good. Yeah, it's alright now. Well, we're in now. Let's go and do the rest. So if you just joined, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate you jumping on the live session. I'm going to try and do lives at like 5 o'clock most days, mainly on the Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, because they're the days I go live with Korp Academy. So in about just over an hour's time, I go live with my students, and we're going to draw. We're drawing stuff from Scott Pilgrim today. I don't know if anybody else has heard of that. It's a cartoon with some cool looking little characters in there. So yeah, we're drawing those today. But yeah, I'm going to try and go live about 5 o'clock most days. Days like today, I'm going to be doing Korp Academy Remix, which is just taking one of my old pictures and giving it a fresh look by adding a bit of colour to it. You can help by commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, following, all the usual stuff. And yeah, anybody who wants to get a little bit more involved, make sure you join my Discord. You can find it at discord.gg/korpdogs. But in there will be, I'll be doing a live doodle tomorrow. So we'll start. I think what I'm going to do is something from scratch, just a Sharpie and a fine liner, twin tip Sharpie, something like that. Something nice and simple that everybody can join along with. But whilst I'm doing that, I'm also going to be releasing the details of my upcoming digital art release. So yeah, if you fancy joining in for that, that'd be great to see you there. Just have a look at discord.gg/korpdogs. See if I can find the front cover of the colouring book. Ooh, there it is. Yeah, I also want to share with you the front cover of my colouring book. So I ordered it yesterday, so I got loads of those turning up at some stage. Hopefully soon, because I told my I've had loads of like pre-sales for it, so hopefully it'll get here nice and soon. So let me just quickly print it. This is where my printer tells me I'm out of toner. Have you got one of those? I've got a Hewlett Packard, one of those. Is it Envy or something like that? It's like the worst printer ever. It has to stay connected to the internet, otherwise it has a panic attack and then sends you loads of passive aggressive messages saying that you're not going to be able to print if you don't subscribe and if you don't keep connected. And I'm like, the only reason I'm not connected is because the printer actually keeps losing its connection. Nothing to do with me. Yeah, Vortical. I had a really nice Epson printer before, A3 one. So I used to print like my big, paste ups using that, and it was just a really nice printer, worked a treat. And now I broke it, that printer. I got a new one, this HP Envy. I say new, it's a little bit old now. I got a new one and it just doesn't want to play. It just doesn't really want to work. It's constantly just saying it's disconnected. I think what doesn't help is that I am in my studio. Which is in my backyard. And so there's a cabled connection that comes through to the Mac. And then the Mac is the shared kind of connection, which everything else kind of jumps onto. So it might not help that I'm doing it that way. I don't know. It should be easier. Printer is always watching. My printer is definitely always watching, Joff. Not only is it always watching, it's always kind of like poking at me, threatening me, saying, you know, you need to do this, you need to do this. I love my Mac. Vortical, I love my Mac. Honestly, iPhones, rubbish. Don't get on with iPhones, but I love my Mac. I've got a Mac Mini, and there's no fan in there. And I've had it for a few years, and it's perfect because I broadcast a lot. And my old computer was like, it was like starting up a jet engine every time I turned the computer on, because the fan would just go crazy, and you could hear that, and it would come through as whining, like real high-pitched whining on the mic, and it was difficult to get rid of it. So yeah, this Mac Mini is it's brilliant. You can say what you want about them, mate. If you don't like them, that's cool. You're allowed to not like them, but I love it. The issue is definitely with HP. You know, they had the audacity. They had the audacity to send to put an advert out. I only ever saw it once. They put an advert out saying the new HP Envy, and one of the features of it was there was no more connectivity issues. I'm like, that's not a feature. That's like basic stuff. And it really kind of made me think, well, I'm just not buying one of your printers ever again, based on the fact that you're more interested in selling it on as a feature than you are of like actually fixing it for me. Because I did speak to support, and they were just useless. Just got no help at all. So all I'm doing now is I'm just putting the black lines back in. So where I put the colours over the top, I'm just putting the black lines back in so it all just looks a little bit tidier. I've just done the eyeballs, but I should really go around the outside of the head here as well. it's the kind of stuff that I don't know if you'll be able to really see it on camera, but it really stands out in real life if you don't do it. Gaming PC. Yeah, my son's got a gaming PC. That's it, just there. Yeah, that beast just there is a gaming PC, and that chucks out a little bit of noise. And sometimes you'll say, like, is it alright if I just go on my PC whilst you're streaming? And I'm like, no chance, son. Way too noisy. That's looking better. Right, let's get into this eye. So I think relatively short stream today. I don't think I'll be on for hours. I will do at some stage if there's a demand for it. I'm more than happy to sit here for a few hours and doodle away and have a chat with everybody. But yeah, just a short one today. Just going to quickly make some changes to this. I've mentioned all the stuff I need to mention. If you missed it, it's at the start of the video. It's looking good. Right, let's get into this last eye. Like I say, I mean, what I'll do is when I finish this, I'll just flick through the rest of the sketchbook, show you some of the other pictures that are in there, and then if anybody's got like recommendations or suggestions or ideas that they want to throw at me. See how I had to go quiet when I did that line? That's because to draw a smooth line, I generally stop breathing. Yeah, hold my breath a little bit. Just helps me to get that smoother line. Okay, we're looking okay there. Let's just see. Just zoom out a bit so you can see the whole piece. That's all right, then. Not bad at all. What next? Let's put in some little details around the irises. Put the details back on the tongue again. Bloodshot eyes. Let's do that kind of stuff. So thin pen. I like to use, controversial opinion, I like to use a PC1M Posca pen. A lot of people find it a little bit scratchy. It kind of flicks paint all over the place, but I like that. You kind of get a bit of feedback. I can feel like I'm drawing. Whereas with the PC1MR, which has got a little metal case around it, which kind of makes it smoother to draw with. It feels like you're drawing on glass or something. It just feels like your hand's slipping all over the place, and I don't like that. Let's go and put some little lines in here. I think what I'll do is I'll only put the lines in where there's no reflection. Does that make sense? Because where there's a reflection, I'm expecting you're not really going to see the detail of the dark parts of the iris. That feels like it makes sense to me. It also means it's a lot quicker to do because there's not as many lines to put in. Down here on the tongue, let's put some cheekbones. Let's put some taste buds. That's what I meant to say. So on YouTube, and probably just YouTube now, this video will be made available as a replay. So even if you're watching it as a replay, still feel free to comment. I do check my comments regularly. So yeah, comment with any suggestions, any ideas, any things you like, things you don't like, that kind of stuff. Right, let's go and put in some veins. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but we'll see. Look at that, subtle little vein in there. Let's bring one in from over here as well. That'll do. A couple of little spots. I quite like how this is turning out. There is a little bit of the things that I should probably just colour the whole thing. Of course, my printer didn't work. What's happening with that? What was it saying? It's looking for printer. You might not get a sneak peek at the new colouring book. What can I do to this to finish off? Let's put some emerald spots on in the background. Just put one there. Big one there. IT solution number 1. Just turned it off, turned it on again. Let's see if that works. Right, okay, finish off the outside edge. I didn't do this bit. Look. I've got these 2 little drips. Just there as well. And then I also had some hairy bits. Trying to put the hairs back where they originally were, if you know what I mean. I'll just put my hand right where I've just drawn. Schoolboy error. That was good. Okay, now it's telling me printer is offline. It's not offline. It is there. No, printer's not working. Thanks, HP. Blame HP for that one. Just absolutely shoddy work by HP. Put veins in the eyes, like making some parts realistic and the rest of it cartoony. I kind of struggle with realism. I don't think I do realism very well. Mainly because it takes me a little bit too long. I have stuck some veins in the eyes, but they are kind of like, I've drawn the shadows of some veins, so I've not gone particularly realistic with it. But thanks, SRB. What does SRB stand for? I can't get onto you. Put veins in the eye. Oh, look at that! Didn't know I could do that. Just didn't know I could put people's comments on screen. What are the comments? There we go. Joff, printer's always watching. That's right. Well, that's new. I'm learning something new every day. Let's put some black spots on this. Then I'm gonna wrap up. It's been 40 minutes. It's been a good amount of time. Just to recap, going on Discord stages tomorrow. So if you want to join me tomorrow, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock BST, which I think is a different time in other parts of the world, which I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I think it's 12 p.m. PDT and 3 p.m. EDT and 4 p.m. UTC. That might be completely wrong. I don't know. Yeah, 4 p.m. UTC is definitely wrong, isn't it? Because that's only an hour back. Oh well. Have a look on the find me on Korp Dogs NFT on X, and you'll see in there. Let's put a speech bubble in and then wrap up. What's this saying? It's got to be a short word. Like Warner Brothers. Okay. So SR Brothers, yeah. Not even going to try and pronounce the names. Really sorry, but I don't want to disgrace you. There you go. Nice. I'll get on to go into your channel. There you go. You got to subscribe. You'd get a bit busier though on your channel. When was the last time you posted? A long time ago. Yeah, come on. Get back on it, SRB. Yeah, speech bubble. What's this saying? Let's say dang. Draw it out once, draw it out a second time. Let's just change thickness of some of these lines. Not afraid to go wonky. I don't know. I feel like that finishes it off quite nicely. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Nice one. Right, thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed that little remix session of my old doodle. Actually, yeah, one more thing before I go. 30 seconds. Let's just have a quick flick through the rest of the sketchbook. Just because when I do this on Thursday or maybe even tomorrow, I'll be doing a remix again. So there's another picture to remix. Look at how well it goes. I'm now probably going to think about bringing these stripes into this side somehow and see if I can connect them to these critters. Just by using the same colours both sides. I'm now digging this side a lot more, which is cool. Here's all the other pages then. Have a little look. I was close to putting bogies in this one. That is like one of the things I'm going to do. As a Korp dog, definitely space for something to go on there. Again, that's another one where I can bring the tongue out. This one, I could put something coming out of the mouth or going into the mouth. I don't know. I'm up for suggestions. So yeah, they're all the drawings. Oh my god, how many are there? We'll get to the ones. The one I did just now. I've just done an evil minion drawing tutorial for my students. There it is. Really quite enjoyed that. A 1 hour drawing tutorial on how to draw an evil minion. That drawing tutorial is out there for my members. Along with, I did this one earlier on today, how to do this like waffle pattern. Batman was last week. Minions, ice lollies, yeah, usual stuff. There it is. I'm done. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, fingers crossed I'll see you same time tomorrow. for a 5 o'clock session for everybody, and then 8 o'clock tomorrow for a live session on Discord, which is going to be kind of like behind closed doors. So make sure you join the Discord now. Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining. See you soon. Bye bye.